Let's explore the world of risk and reward in acquiring cash flow software companies. Is investing in cash flow companies and online businesses risky? And if so, how risky is it? Hello, savvy investors. Welcome back to your guide in the world of wealth creation. I'm Sam, and today we are tackling a crucial question. Is investing in cash flow software companies and tech-enabled companies risky? And if so, how risky is it? Before we dive into this intriguing topic, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button and the notification. We put a lot of love into these videos. Let's explore the world of risk and reward in acquiring cash flow software companies. Is investing in cash flow companies and online businesses risky? And if so, how risky is it? My poor dad often said investing is risky, but my rich dad said being financially uneducated is risky. We don't know about you, but what risk are you willing to take? You should know that there are two significant risks that exist in acquiring cash flow software companies and online businesses, just like in any other investment. The first risk is the asset class risk, and the second risk is execution risk. You should always be asking yourself important questions like, does investing in this asset class actually work? Has it been proven historically to create generational wealth? And am I working with the right team that can execute the business plan and operations needed to achieve my target returns? Absolutely. These are great questions to consider. A few months ago, me and a few investors were sitting around meeting with our dear friend and discussing his investment strategy. Of course, we couldn't help but compare his approach to ours. We've been friends for many years. Unfortunately, we are sitting at very different financial positions. He's taking a few shots in the dark, hoping to strike it big, and none of them really panned out. Ultimately, the discussion landed on the idea of risk-taking and our willingness to acquire risk. Quite often, when people start investing, they tend to overestimate the potential returns and underestimate the potential loss. This is especially true when investment promises doesn't meet the returns. We know because we also get excited and wrap up in the idea of hitting that big jackpot. But you know what? Leprechauns aren't real, and neither are the jackpots at the end of the rainbow. Most definitely, neither are the get-rich-quick schemes. When you take a closer look at all these so-called home run deals, you can see that if you're on the right path, your return would be astronomical. But when you lose, you can also lose massively. A lot of times people fail to recognize that the probability of winning that jackpot or the grand prize on the lottery ticket is minuscule. Yet, they still cling to dream and the idea that they will be the lucky and the chosen ones. Now, why should you care? Well, for starters, this is an important topic all investors should evaluate when deciding what cash flow software companies and online businesses, service-to-service, tech-enabled businesses they want to be acquiring. This is where we differ from other folks. When it comes to investing, we like to invest in an asset class that has the least likelihood of failure. In other words, we go after asset classes with the lowest risk profile available. But doing this, it means that if there is supposed to be a failure, it would be a failure in execution. This means that the only variable that determines your success or failure is your execution of the business plan. That's a lot of pressure, but if you think about it, it also means that you will be better served investing in asset classes that fundamentally address a real need in the marketplace, rather than chasing the latest, laziest investment strategy that's out there. Have you heard of Abraham Maslow? If you haven't, he was a psychologist best known for his development of hierarchy of human needs. The hierarchy lays out the necessary elements for human health and success, starting with the most basic, like food, water, and it progresses upward to ego and self-actualization. We have learned a lot in the past few years, thanks to the pandemic. So in our strategy, in our investment, we try to be at the bottom of Maslow hierarchy. The pandemic brought a lot of suffering, but it also provided a massive case study showing the fundamental need, like infrastructure, B2B companies that solve an important and urgent problem, that have demand at all time and have predictable revenue, which comes with brand recognition, network effects, switching costs, pricing powers, and many, many more nuances that I will talk about it in the future episodes. So you can see why we focus on these type of investment opportunities. It allows us to quickly identify any failures, and if it doesn't work, it's not because of the asset itself, it's because of the way you execute your investment strategy in the same asset class. Now, if it wasn't convincing enough, let's take a look at the stats. According to the study, the demand for software and online businesses is growing rapidly. The market is short for innovative solutions, and we won't be able to make up the difference anytime soon. And still, with the surge of AI, there are a lot of new products that can be built. During the thick of the pandemic, the growth and the demand for software and online businesses hit all-time high. Agree or disagree, we can all afford to take a small investment setbacks from time to time. That's a common logic. But if your return falls slightly short of your target, say 95 instead of 100, it's essential to answer the two questions about risk we spoke about in the beginning of the discussions. Otherwise, you might take undue risk, resulting not only in a small loss, but also a total reset of your investment dollars. More importantly, it can cost you a significant amount of time. Now that we've touched on the stats, let's talk about the execution risk. What about execution risk? What would you suggest? Well, we delve into discussing our little-known care strategy that we personally implement daily to determine if an investment opportunity in acquiring cash flow software companies worth pursuing. Shall we dive into each letter of the care strategy? C is for campus. You need a campus to guide your thoughts and actions before embarking on any business journey. It's like plugging into your Google Map or Apple Map when driving somewhere unknown. However, as an investor in cash flow software companies, your campus needs to be internal to keep you moving forward towards your passive investing goals. And then the next letter is A. A is for awareness. Awareness is a paramount in passive income investing. Why? Well, because it means you know what you want, how you want it, and what you need to do to achieve it. Think of it like moving to a new city or a state. Initially, you might not be familiar with the culture, with the industry, with the key players. But over the time, you adapt, make yourself at home, and establish routines. Similarly, the same when it comes to acquiring cash flow software companies and online businesses, this level of awareness is crucial. You won't physically move to the new area you're investing in, but you still need to learn about it. Understand demographics surrounding major players, projected returns, and a lot of other details. This knowledge is vital in navigating your investment decisions. And then the next letter is R. R is for review. Think of reviews as doing your due diligence. Just like in other investments, there are numerous numbers and facts to consider. Having a solid business plan will help you to stay in the course. Don't forget to fully vet your potential partners, evaluating their claims and track records. This is significant part of your due diligence. And of course, when we try to buy a company, there are 60 to 90 days due diligence process from doing quality of earning and looking at the details, talking to customers, talking to employees and understanding the business in and out before we close on a company and acquire the company. And then the last letter is stand for execute. While you are in the review phase, don't get us in the analysis paralysis. It's easy to get caught up in thinking, dreaming, and planning, but there comes a time when you must be ready to execute. Without action, there is no success. In the realm of acquiring cash flow software companies, when you keep resetting to zero, compounding and accumulating wealth can feel like standing on a shaky sandbag. You may not have enough time left to start over, but don't worry. We know none of this comes naturally. And the good news is we are here to help you get educated and learn how to mitigate these risks. And that concludes our exploration of the risk in acquiring cash flow software companies. What are your thoughts? Share them in the comment below. If you found this video valuable, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and investors. And of course, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more insightful content. I'm Sam. Thanks for watching. Remember, stay strategic, stay informed, and happy investing. Till next time.